Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So today I am ranking all the palettes, or I guess eyeshadows, that I used in February of 2023. It's already March, so couldn't get into it a little bit, but didn't really have that many selections because one, February is a short month. There's only 28 days, but I also just didn't really film as much. I filmed a couple videos, you know, at the same time, so there wasn't a lot of selections. And then also I just didn't really go out much. January, obviously we had a vacation, so I did bring, I think, 5 palettes with me. So I have 12, which sounds like a lot, but 2 of them are the single shadows from Tilbury. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so like I mentioned last month, I started this series to really, for myself, to do a more conscious effort of using what I have and trying to use what I have and not feel like I need to buy every new palette. I am still buying things. I'm not a low buy or no buy. I'm buying the things though that I want to review. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. Now I do have 3 brand new palettes. All 3 were gifted to me. They were all videos that I did. So, you know, they were gifted me. 1 I wanted to give away, and then 2 were gifted to me by the brand. And then I have 1 that I'll talk to you about in a second and where I got it. It's not a new palette, but it's new to me. And then obviously I have the 2 new pop shots from Tilbury that are included in this ranking. So number 12, for the most part, I like everything. And there's nothing that I don't like. There's nothing that I would say is a bad palette, but there's definitely some that are better than others. But number 12 is something that's new to me, and it is the Naked Wild West mini eyeshadow palette. So this is I never got the big one. I actually decluttered all of my Naked palettes. I did a ranking a while back, and as I started getting into better quality makeup, I realized that the Urban Decay Naked shadows are just not as good. So I ended up just decluttering all of them. But this one, I always, when the Wild West one came out, it really appealed to me. And when I saw the mini, I thought, you know, I really liked this green right here. You know, these are all pretty basic, but that green was really pretty. But I never picked it up. I think this runs $27. But I was in TJ Maxx. And it was $10. So kind of an impulse buy, I ended up purchasing it. So I wore this just on a Sunday when I was spending the day with my son. I went out, we went to ice skating, we went to a carnival, and I wore this. And it's okay. It's worth $10. It's definitely not worth $27. The shadows are, you know, it reminded me why I decluttered all of my Urban Decay Naked palettes, just because the quality is just not what they charge. It's kind of dry, you know, it's just not as good, and I guess not what I'm used to. So, you know, I don't regret purchasing it. I'll definitely get use out of it. It's good to have it handy. I love the pop of green. Now you can kind of see I'm wearing a pop of, you know, similar color today because I do want to do a comparison of a shadow, and let me see if I can find it here. Okay, so I am wearing the VIII San Francisco palette. Now this one came out late last year, so I just recently purchased this one, and it's kind of, if you look at it, it is a very similar color story. So you've got the, let's see, the Wild West here, and then you have that pop of green for both of them. So I'm gonna show you this is the Urban Decay, and this is a really pretty color, definitely really pretty. But then you have the VIII, which is just more vibrant, everything. It's just a better palette overall. So again, for $10, if you see it in TJ Maxx, pick it up. It's worth it. It's fun to have. It's good to have, you know, probably throw it in my purse to, you know, if I ever need one. But if you like it for that pop of color and you're thinking of spending the $27, don't do that. Get this one from VIII. This is the San Francisco palette. This will obviously be in my March ranking because this is what I'm wearing today, but I wanted to kind of give a comparison that it is pretty much the same color story, but the quality in the VIII is so much better. So number 12 this month is my Urban Decay Mini Wild West Okay, so that's the only one where I would say the formula is just okay. The rest are great formulas. It's more of just preference, and then also the look that I got in, you know, this month when I used it. So number 11, ironically, is a VIII Petite Pro. I have talked about that I love the Petite Pros. I think these are a great buy. These are 30, whereas the Petite 4s are 25. So here you have 8, and then the Petite 4s you have 4 shades. So I think these are a better buy. But this is the Petite Pro Un, which is the number 1. And it's not that I don't like it. I just got an okay look the day that I wore it. So I wore this in the Genie Plus video that I did on my main channel, Shannon Ford, and my original channel. I did a video regarding our strategy for Genie Plus, and I wore this. And honestly, my look was okay. It wasn't anything to write home about. I actually kind of didn't like it, but I was like, you know what? It's just, I'm done with it. You know, I'm just gonna do the look. And I just didn't really love the look that I came out with that time. This is definitely not my favorite of the Petite Pros. It's definitely a good palette. I just didn't get a good look out of it that day. So good, solid palette, good quality. You know, again, it was just that day, and it could be where maybe next time I use it, I get a better look. And you know, I like it more and it's higher on the ranking. That's actually the case in one of the palettes that I am including this month, because I did use it last month and it was much lower. It's definitely much higher. So that also takes a, takes a play in it. But so my number 11 is the VIII Petite Pro Un. Okay, so number 10, like I said, I'm kind of stretching it this month as far as what I'm including. And this is something that I've used quite a bit, and I've been using because it's been in my purse. And it is the Charlotte Tilbury Quick and Easy makeup like on the go kit. These came out last year. Now they're pricey. These are $75 for the entire kit. They come with an eyeshadow stick, a blush lip. I don't really use it for the lip, but I use it for the cheek, and then a highlighter here. So it comes with all 3, and it's $75, but you can purchase them individually. I have been wearing this a lot because my son does soccer games on Saturday mornings. We have to be there like 8:15 in the morning. I've been taking this with me. I've had some early morning appointments. I can put this, I'll do my, very light, tinted moisturizer or lightweight foundation, and then I'll have this in my purse, and I can do this in the car. It's fantastic. So I have really been, wearing this on the go. It's great. I actually got a couple of the sticks. So I did, this is the Golden Glow. This is the Golden Glow that I'm wearing. And this one is kind of like the coppery one. I really like it. And I know some people had mentioned that theirs dried out. I have not had an issue, and I use it all the time. You just have to make sure you click it. Now, when you do purchase them individually, they do have a clear cap. So if you don't want the container, but you want the products, you could save money and buy them individually. If you wanted to do that, they're small. But I think for me, it's having it in this container that makes it so convenient, because you can buy other products like that too. But having it all in my purse, I can pull this out and I have all the products here. So this is number 10, just basically because it's very basic. It's not something that I'm going to wear in a video, really. This is something that I'm just doing on the go, but it serves a purpose, and I've been using this a ton. Okay, number 9 is one of the palettes that's new to me that was gifted to me, and it is from Florasis. This is the Eastern Romance eyeshadow palette, Mermaid in Moonlight. Really pretty color story. It is just, the reason why it's kind of low, I love the look that I get with this, but I love the look I get with this. You're pretty much going to get one look, or maybe 2 very similar looks. You're not gonna get a lot of diversity. And this only comes in a set, and it's $54. So that's kind of the reason why I kind of put this one toward the bottom. I think it's a beautiful gift. I think it's a beautiful palette. Their quality is really good. However, for $54, I would probably go for one of their bigger palettes. I think that's probably a better buy. It's about the same price, and you're going to get really great shades and more selection. And I think here now the eyeshadow is fantastic. The eyeshadow is really good quality, but again, it's just limited. You're just limited selection here. So this one, the Mermaid in Moonlight, is number 9. And so number 8 is the other Florasis quad that I got, and this is the one that is the Bride in Sunrise. Now this one, I just liked it a little bit more. It's a little bit more neutral. The other one has got some purple, which I really like too. More like, not even purple, more like lavender, which is very unique. But this one, just really pretty. I liked this shimmer more than the other one. It's just a little bit smoother, but again, really pretty, you know, really pretty quad. But again, you're going to get one, maybe two very similar looks. It's very pale. I like a little bit more depth. But I am anxious to try, again, one of their bigger palettes. They just came out with a brand new one that's in this beautiful fan that I am really anxious to try, and it's about the same price as this one. So I think if you're interested in the brand, and I've seen a couple videos on them and it's gotten really good reviews, pretty much what the impression I have of the quality in these is pretty much the same in those palettes. So I am thinking about probably picking one of those up, but I think this is a beautiful quad. Again, I think this is a beautiful gift because you get that necklace and you get the gift box and this beautiful quad. But if you are purchasing for yourself, then I would go probably for one of their bigger palettes. But number 8 is the Bride in Sunrise. Okay, so number 7 is the Charlotte Tilbury Super Nudes Easy Eye palette, and this one I've had for a while. This is a great, you can see this thing is really well loved, and it is pretty much a matte, you know, 6-pan. It's very basic, but man, it is gorgeous. And I wore this one to review the matte beauty blush wands from Charlotte Tilbury. I wanted something that, you know, didn't have any shimmer. I wanted to go for an all matte look because it was, you know, the matte beauty blush wands. And I just did like an all matte look, and I loved the look that I came out for that video. I loved how my eyes looked on camera. I loved how they looked in person. I just really loved it. And this is just a very good staple, solid all matte, you know, 6-pan. I do love the one from Give. I use that one a lot too, but this one has a little bit more versatility. You've got a couple, you know, kind of more neutral, cooler, and then you have some more warm, where the Give one is a little bit more, you know, I think a little bit more cool. But again, just gorgeous, and I loved the look that I came out with that video. So for number 7 is the Super Nudes from Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, so now we're in the second half, and my number 6 is from Sigma, and this is a 9-pan that I've had for a while. I do have all 6 of their 9-pans, and it is the Ritzy. So it is the Ritzy. So I'm working on trying to use more of these because I just haven't been using them. So I'm trying to use them, and I use the Ritzy for the Tarte Beauty blush wands. So I used it, and I really liked how it looked. And again, the reason why it's very similar, very neutral, but the shimmers, I love the shimmers. And the one thing I love about Sigma is that their quality in these palettes and the bigger palettes, they're going to be the same. You're not going to get a lesser quality in these 9-pans. You're getting the same quality. So that's just, it's just a little bit, you know, you got a clear top, it's, you know, it's got the magnet, but it's these are really travel friendly. But yeah, this is the Ritzy. Nothing, I mean, very solid look. I think this is a really gorgeous 9-pan. So if you're looking for something that's very neutral, got some really good shimmers, and really great for travel, then definitely look into these Sigma 9-pans. Okay, so number 5 is the Sigma palette with an Knook. I did get this one. This is a newer palette. I did get this one from the brand, but it wasn't PR, it was a giveaway. I was a giveaway winner, so I really like this. Now I did it for the video, and I did it on camera, and I pretty much stuck with these, but really gorgeous. I have kind of played around with the gray tones, kind of just trying to play around and get a gray tone look. And then I've played around with the purples. I did play around with the purples a little bit. And I do have a purple something later on. And these are definitely more vibrant, more colorful. So a little bit less less in my comfort zone, but really pretty, good quality. And has a bunch of tutorials on her channel. So I want to kind of play around and follow them and try and do and create one of, you know, try and recreate one of the looks she does, because she has some really beautiful looks with this palette that kind of does a touch of color and that's just something I really don't know what to do. So, but I think this is a really solid palette, and if you like color, then I think this is one that you definitely want to look into. But for me, it's number 5 this month, but it's a good solid palette, and you know, definitely a lot of versatility in this one. Okay, so number 4 is one of the Charlotte Tilbury Pop Shots. These are the two, she came out with 2 new ones this month, and these are, she came out with 7 for Christmas, and then I think they're all out of stock at this point. I think most have been discontinued. And then this, she came out with 2 in the Pillow Talk, and this is Pillow Talk Diamonds. And this is gorgeous, like absolutely gorgeous. And in comparing it to the other 7 that I have, and especially the other ones that are in the gold tone, more neutral colors, this is one of my favorites. It is the Pillow Talk, like it is the quintessential Pillow Talk. I played around with it and paired it with the Pillow Talk Eyes to Mesmerize, which is stunning. And this one is so versatile that you could probably pair it with a bunch of the different, you know, Eyes to Mesmerize, depending on which shade you have. So very, very versatile, but I did pair it. It pairs beautifully with the Eyes to Mesmerize. That's Pillow Talk. And then also the Exaggerize. I played around with that one too. That one looks really good. So really beautiful, really great in a pinch, very, very easy, really quick and easy, fast, like just amazing. So if you want a quick, easy look that makes you, it looks like it took a lot longer, these Pop Shots are phenomenal. Now this one is still in stock. This one has not sold out. So if you are thinking about it, I would purchase it, because I do expect these to sell out at some point, and they are supposedly limited edition. So I think they're worth it. They're $34. They are pricey. So I would maybe pick up, you know, you could pick up 2 shades, but if you just want something that's very versatile, this one is a great one. Okay, so number 3 this month, and this is the palette that I did use last month because it was new, and it's a lot higher this month. And the more I use it, the more I just really, really like it. And it is the NARS Orgasm Rising palette, and it is the 9-pan, very basic, very true NARS, but solid. And I wore this when we went to FanFest for Supercross. We went to Supercross. I wore this during the day when we went to FanFest, and I loved how my eye looked, you know, my eyes came out. And as I was editing the video, I was like, oh man, my eyeshadow was like on point that day. I just thought, and the more I've used it, it's just stunning. Like it's just solid, it's easy. Like we were running late, and this is an easy palette. Now you're going to get very similar looks, but they're going to look stunning. So the more I use it, yes, you're going to get the similar looks, but every time I use it, I just love the look. So, you know, again, limited edition, I think it's solid. So if you like these tones, really definitely worth it. But yeah, it's number 3 this month because the more I use it, the more I love it. Okay, so number 2 this month is the Ultraviolet, and I feel guilty putting this one on because it is sold out. I have been told it's coming back in stock, so hopefully it will be back in stock. I will be putting an alert on my community tab when it becomes back in stock. But man, this thing is gorgeous. I just love it. And like I said, I was playing around with the Knook with the purples and then using this one. This one is just, it's ultraviolet, not purple. It's like I said, it's color, but it feels more wearable. It feels very easy for me to use who doesn't use color. I just think it's stunning. Like I just absolutely love it. Like if it comes back in stock, I might even purchase a second one because I think it is such a unique shade. So I absolutely love this one. And also the formula on this one is definitely different than the other ones. It just seems to be a lot smoother. But man, and it's so creamy. It's just amazing. So that's it right there. You know, definitely go back to look at my video. But when this one comes back in stock, I would not hesitate and purchase it. I think it is if you like purples, even if you don't like purples or you're hesitant with color and you want to dip into it, try this one. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And yeah, it's worth every penny. Okay, so my number 1 palette this month is another Pat McGrath. But yeah, when you're gonna put Mother Pat in, you know, in a ranking, she's gonna be up there. And it is the Divine Rose 2. Yes, I have them all numbered that way because they all kind of look the same except for this one. But I brought this one also to Supercross. And I will be honest, I was planning on, I don't remember what I was going to do, but I think I wore this shade. This one kind of shift. It's got like a purple green shift to it. And you know, Supercross, it was kind of like we're going to a motorcycle race. Yeah, in Tampa, I don't know anybody. So I was going with more of a bold look. So when I came back, I took a break and just decided to change my eyeshadow. I had brought this one with me and I just loved it. I loved how it came out. It just, again, you know, Pat McGrath is so easy to use and it's just so stunning. These Blitz Astral shades are phenomenal. And I thought I liked the Divine Rose original one more just because it's more neutral. It's more, you know, kind of basic, but I really had a lot of fun with this one. So I'm starting to get more bold in my choices and, you know, playing around. But man, if you have a special occasion, you're going out, you want to, you know, get some shine on your eyes, you just can't go wrong with Pat McGrath. So my #1 palette is the Divine Rose 2 for this month. Okay, so that is it. That is my ranking for all the palettes that I used, or I guess eyeshadows I used in February 2023. And again, I liked pretty much all of them. The Naked Wild West one, I don't regret purchasing it because I only purchased it for $10, but I would not pay more for that one. And if you are going to, definitely get the VIII San Francisco. But all the other ones I really like. I think they're really great. I'm anxious to start using them. I'm really enjoying doing this series. And if for any reason, if even people don't like watching it, it's because I am really starting to use the eyeshadows that I have and dipping into my collection and not necessarily purchasing new. The only things I purchased new were the one at TJ Maxx and the 2 pop shots from Charlotte Tilbury. So everything else I either had or was gifted. So with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.